create my sign, I've just taken the easy way out by choosing this box, which already has a really nice clean oval shape to it. That way I know that it's going to be perfect on the inside. Then I can just cut this piece off and I can start making my shape around the outside as neatly as humanly possible. I'm just going to cut around it bit by bit so I don't go warping the cardboard because it's soft and these scissors are enormous. I want to do it as nice and tidy as possible because it's cardboard and it's a little soft and I really want it to hold its perfect oval shape. Now I have this piece done, I'm going to use another piece off that insert of the box as the backing. And the piece that I've already created I'm going to use as a template to draw just around it. Nice and simply done. Cut this out nice and tidy as well. It's not quite as difficult to cut out as the one with the big hole in the middle. And now that's the front and the back of the sign ready to go. I'm now going to create the edging with a piece of cardboard that's got no corrugations because I don't want them visible. It's quite thick but very flexible, and I'm going to put just a bit of a curve in it so it's not resistant when I'm trying to glue it around the oval. Running it over a kitchen bench edge would work quite as well. You just pull it nice and tight and it'll start curving on its own. Bit of super glue. You could use any glue you like for this, and then just hold it and glue and hold and glue all the way around as you go. It's a bit tedious, but you get there in the end. Now that that's done, I'm going to give it a coat of flat black paint. I've drilled a hole in it as well, just so I can insert the lights into it. And I've got this little piece of plastic, just because I want to have it at a height. You could put anything under this. It could be circular or whatever you want. It's just to raise the sign up and make it look like a cohesive, real sign. I'm going to drill a hole in this as well. Give it a spray of black as well, and then I can get on to the next step of putting the sign together. The actual sign itself is just a printout that I did on a bit of A4 paper. I did multiples to make sure that I'd get the correct one. I also drew on a piece of paper and took it with me to the library to print it to know that I would get roughly the exact size I wanted, so I wouldn't be completely off. I just want the ESO to fit right inside this sign, nice and neatly. Roughly cut it out. I wish I'd left space between those printouts. I should have done that, but I did not. I'm going to glue it down onto a bit of nice clear plastic. I use my finger for this so I get a nice even film of glue so it doesn't dry quickly and I don't have lots of lumps and bubbles and that sort of thing when I push it down to the plastic. Got to do this as quickly as you can because the glue dries very, very fast, and once it starts to dry then you're in trouble. Just get it on there and then just move it around from the inside to the out just to remove any lumps and bubbles that you might have in there. Just going to cut it and put it aside to dry. And while it's drying, I'm going to get on with painting the body of the sign. Bit of a gunmetal kind of silver for this. Don't want it too shiny. Lovely smooth paint this. Put it on every part of it and the back of the sign as well, of course. It doesn't have to be too neat, it's meant to look old and rusty. Now I'm going to just cut the sign out and put it in so I can just do a check to make sure that everything's where it should be as far as progress goes. I'd hate to be doing all this work and the sign not fit correctly, and it seems to fit quite well, so I'm happy with that. Now to get on with doing a bit of rust, a bit of dark brown, and then just a terracotta kind of colour sporadically dabbed on top of it. It's crude but it works. Then I'm going to glue the ESO sign inside. And now I'm going to glue it on top of my little building. I've threaded the lights up through the building, and I'm going to glue this piece down first, and then I can thread it through the actual sign itself. It's a little bit fiddly, but I couldn't fathom any other way to do this with the kind of lights that I'm using. Then I'm going to glue that down on top. I'm just going to use a dab of hot glue because I'm not messing around with this. I want it down immediately, so I haven't got lights being pulled and mucking around with drying time. And now I can close it in with the back. The lights adhered to the back piece. I'm just going to use a hot glue again, and then just sort of circularly wind it round onto the piece of cardboard, and then seal it shut with a bit more hot glue, because again, I'm not mucking around with this. I want it sealed up and done. And that's that. Those little webs off the glue. And there it is. The side of the building's got the little light pack, everything's threaded through. I'll show that in my main building. But for this one, it's all up and running for this little light. I think it looks fantastic. It lights up very well in the dark. It's hard to film it because my camera's a bit crummy, but yeah, it looks really nice. It's very well illuminated, and you only need a few little globes in there. This is it in semi sort of dark. There's overhead lighting with this, but you can actually see that the lights are indeed working. It's going to look great when it's all put together. This is a real no-frills way of making lights in buildings, and I think it just looks really nice. I wouldn't go doing a casino or anything, it might be a bit much, but for this kind of thing it works quite well. And it's going to be just a shot of it in the actual dark so you can see how well lit it actually is. Well, I hope you got something from this one. It's a nifty little idea, and I do hope to see you next time.